Excellent. Grassroots campaign to create hunger awareness. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Derek Fiorenza. He is the president and executive director of Fiorenza's Food for Friends. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you. Now, when we talk about this idea, you started as an undergraduate and you wanted to end hunger and create hunger awareness in the area. And you started by creating 25 meals. This has now grown into a mission to end hunger in the region and hunger in the area. You now feed 25,000 people a year. How did this idea start?
Well, we started when I was an undergrad at Villanova, but it dates back before that with my family, my sisters, my father, mother. We used to serve at homeless shelters around the holidays. And as the years went on, it stayed with me. And I wanted to make a bigger difference. So in 2007, as an undergrad at Villanova, I partnered with a local caterer in Westchester, Mizuno's Catering, and they donated 25 meals for our cause, and we served a shelter in Coatesville. And then from that year, 2008, all the way up through last year, we've grown ever since, doubling. We did 25,000 meals total last year, and that included non-perishable food items.
And now you are a nonprofit organization and you work with area businesses and restaurants. This has actually gone from non-perishable items to actually meals as well. Talk to us about your relationship with restaurants and how you're actually taking what they don't serve and turning it and repurposing it to actually help homeless shelters.
Absolutely. We work with restaurants in two ways. The first is they will actually prepare a meal, and a restaurant that's helped us a lot is the Rose Group. Applebee's, the Rose Group in this area, Maggiano's and King of Prussia, they've helped us in actually preparing meals. And these meals are then served at shelters, specific dates. But to your point, collecting meals at the end of the evening is something we started to do recently, and we're able to provide a tax write-off for the meals, store the meals, and then serve them at homeless shelters the following day. So we're trying to get rid of the waste, reduce the waste, and provide someone that's hungry a meal.
In addition to that, working with restaurants in the area, you're actually working with area businesses to collect non-perishable goods. Talk to us a little bit about this work and how these relationships are working out with businesses.
Absolutely. I believe our number one cause, our number one goal is to create hunger awareness. And the only way to do that is to do it through food drives, because that makes more people aware of the cause of hunger. So we partner with restaurants and we ask them to put a receptacle in their lobby 4 months out of the year, and we will pick up the food at the end of the month and deliver it to local food banks and food pantries. Obviously, corporate sponsorships from corporations helps as well, but the receptacles is our main goal right now.
You actually do all of this through volunteers, and your distribution network is through volunteers as well. Talk to us a little bit about how that actually works and how you rely on these volunteers and how people can get involved.
It's become very structured. We have a board of directors, 20 people that have volunteered to be on the board, and each volunteer has a specific area. We have a shelter coordinator, we have a business development, and they all take care of specific functions. So our volunteers that we've acquired over the years to help us out, they have specific roles. So one role might be picking up food from the restaurant. The other role might be setting up at the shelter, and then finally serving and then cleaning up. So each volunteer has a specific role and task in the organization.
But you're always looking for additional people to actually get involved.
Absolutely. In order to grow our cause of hunger awareness and inspiring others to take action, that's where it all starts, with volunteers that want to make a difference.
And this actually just started with 25 meals, but now you've grown into 14 states.
Yeah, so we served in 14 states last year. I actually drove to each state, partnered with food banks, and delivered food, and then also hopefully developed a relationship that we can have going forward. The goal is obviously to create hunger awareness in this area, this region, but ultimately, nationally. We would like to set up chapters in every state around the country and have these chapters coordinate with our efforts. So when we do a food drive, they can replicate it and do a food drive at the same time, unifying the whole country.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
We've been talking with Derek Fiorenza. I'm Jill Horner for Comcast Newsmakers.